Welcome, Team Rhino. During the month of June, IRF is focused on reforestation. You can help us plant trees in Indonesia's Way Kambas National Park in Sumatra. For every $1 donated, you will plant a tree. And with every $1,000 raised, IRF and its partners will plant an acre of new rainforest. Joining me today is a Team Rhino favorite, all the way from Indonesia, Enov, IRF's Indonesian coordinator. Welcome back, Enov, and thank you for joining me today.
Thank you, Chris. Good evening over there. Good morning here.
Good morning to you. Good evening. We like to do this. So it's one or the other between us. So.
Yes.
So as you are well aware, IRF is raising funds to replant rainforest areas in Waikambas. What are the sites like, and can you tell us how they became degraded and how we came to start this project?
Well, this Way Kambas National Park is the lowland forest, the last lowland forest in Sumatra. This is very flat. The location, this is most likely is like your background. This is the location that we would like to restore. And previously, the national park, Way Kambas National Park, because flat, this is favorite for encroacher to encroach. And then before 2011, 6,000 hectare encroached by encroachment. But since 2011, the national park, the government of Indonesia and with the stakeholder can remove all the encroacher from the national park. However, the forest has become degraded, become the grassland. So this is the idea. We would like to reforest this location, and then most of the location, it was the habitat of the rhino. So this is an idea we would like to restore and then bring back the Sumatran rhino to their habitat. Something like that, Chris.
Can you tell us a little about the partners that are working with IRF in this project?
Sure. So because this location is belong of the government, so this location, Way Kambas National Park, is under the administration of Way Kambas National Park. For sure, the national park, Way Kambas National Park, is the main partner for the IRF for the restoration. In addition, we also collaborate with the local people. They have like a farmer forest group, especially for we have two sides of the restoration right now that we have been started last year, and this year we would like to more collaboration with the main partner, with the national park, and then local people. They have like a farmer forest group. We will involve them a lot for this project.
And what are the some of those ways that we're involving that farmer group as well as others in the local communities with the project, particularly in the second site of this project?
Yeah, the second site of the restoration that actually we start this year. This year, we would like to involve all the people surrounding the national park. So the second site of the restoration near the border of the local people. So one of the good strategy, we would like to involve them directly to plan to be a guard to look after the restoration, and then we will hire them as the employee for the restoration under the national park, because they also have like a official agreement. So all the local people will work with us under the register from the national park. So all of the people that will be working with us, they have been registered, and then they will get the value, they will get the income, like an alternative livelihood for them. And then each group, each people, they will provide the seedling for the restoration project, and we will buy from them. We will buy from them. They will make the nursery on their backyard of the house, and plant the seedling. And then after that, we will buy, and then we will plant on the restoration project. Something like that one, Chris.
That's a mutually beneficial part of this project, and it's wonderful that we get to involve the local communities with us in that. Then turn to a harder subject that we need to discuss. Fire is increasingly becoming a risk, and can you tell us a little bit about the fire in Way Kambas in November 2019 that impacted Site 1?
Yes, yes. This is in national park because there's a flat area, and then, as you know, Indonesia only have a two season. We only have a wet season and dry season. And then last year is the longest dry season in Indonesia, more than 8 months. And then it's gonna be weird. And then the restoration project that we have been started last year, 2018, in January 2018, we plan the seedling in February, and then during the rainy season, the wet season at the time, 12,000 seedling we plan on the 25 hectare or 50 acres in Way Kambas to restore, and then well grown of the seedling. Unfortunately, it's during the dry season, in the middle of the in November, the fire ruined, and then the destroy all our restoration, the 50 acres, only in 1 hour, because too dry. This is like the fire just destroy this the restoration, because the grassland, all the seedling that we plant on the grassland area, and it's easy to burn. This is like a fuel to burn the one location, something like that one, Chris. This is so sad. And then, yeah, to be honest, at the time, like a little bit down of the psychology spirit of our team and myself as well at the time, because yeah, 2 days before, I still then, when I back home, just 2 days, and my team called me that the area fire, and then nothing left or something, nothing. There's no one that seedling still intact over the fire.
I know that everybody tried so hard to keep the fire from those new seedlings, and the emotion that you and the team out there must have felt on that day when it was wiped out in an hour. It's amazing. How's everybody doing today? Now that there's maybe a little bit more hope going forward here.
Yes, after that, it's a little bit calm. In December, I met with the all the team, and then support by all the donor, with a staff from the US as well. And we say to the field team that we will restore the restoration. We will restore, and we start again. We start again to restore the location 25 hectare, and then this year we expand to the another location 15 hectare more, and then we will involve many people to restore of this location, because we know that rhino and other animal need the habitat, they need more food, something like that one. And yeah, that the people feel that we have to restore the restoration. So since January 2020, early this year, we have been started to clearing the land, and then digging the hole for 12,000, 15,000 a seedling. And then some people that have already prepared a nursery. Even the COVID-19 in March, the start of COVID-19, but the people still working day by day right now. But of course, we try to inform them to follow the precaution of the COVID-19. They use the face masks and then physical distancing. They are still working right now, and then this month is a perfect time for them to plant, because the wet season, the rainy season, we will plant more than 12,000 seedling on the site one, and then 10,000 or 12,000 seedling as well in the site two in Way
It's
Kambas National.
it's great to see that energy from everyone, from park officials to the rangers that work that site, to the RPU units that are patrolling the areas, and all the local communities. It really is a a combined effort, a collaborative effort that is making this project possible. So we love to see that. What are some of the steps that are being taken to help prevent the fires in the reforestation site?
Well, we learn from the experience. We learn from the experience that last year we realized that the grassland is grow very fast, and then this is easy. This is like a fuel. If the some fire in the location, is easy to burn everything. So nowadays, every staff in the field try to maintain at least twice a week right now. They try to maintain, to cut with the tools to cut all the grassland. And then the people on the field right now, they try to make like a fire break, and a fire break to anticipate the fire from the other side come to the restoration. And then as well, we also plan to put a lot of like sprinkle. This is one of our plan, the sprinkle, and to make a wet of the location. So even during the dry season, the location still wet properly. This is can hold of the fire come to that location. We have a make the plan. We learn from the experience, even though we know that a fire, this is not natural fire. This is coming from the poacher. We know this is because the human hand, and then the poacher. This is a classic what's the strategy for the poacher. The burn some location to attract the attention from the local people, and then from the ranger, to stop the fire over there, and then they try to poach in another area. We know that one, and so we learn from the experience, Chris.
Yeah, and the fires also drive wildlife, closer to the poacher sometimes as well. And we know that they're using kind of like a mosquito coil on that dry brush, and it creates a lot of smoke, and then catches that dry brush on fire. And in the dry season, it spreads very quickly. It's particularly wind aided, and it can burn a lot of acres really, really quickly. So glad to hear that there are plans in place, and I know that you worked with Andrew at Taranga and some other people on discussing what some of those possibilities were, and you're learning from experiences, and that's the best way to move forward. So we're excited to be a part of this. Any last thoughts before I let you go, Enov, on this project, or what's going on with the Sumatran rhinos in general?
I forgot to mention that one of our big partner for the restoration is Tauranga Zoo from Australia. I forgot to mention that, sir. Thank you to inform that. Andrew and then the team also give a lot of support and then methodology as well for this project. Thank you so much for the Tauranga Zoo. They will involve the restoration activity as well. Probably all of you seen the what's it called, the background of the Chris right now. This is the location of the site 2 that we would like to restore. This we use the drone. So every 6 months we fly the drone to see the difference. This is before the activity start in January 2020. So next year we will try to fly the drone again. We can see the difference, the growth of the tree on that location. Hopefully 2 years to go, this location will be the forest, will become the forest, and then later on we can harvest the leaf that we would like to use for the additional food plan for our rhino and the SRS. That we have 7 rhino, they need more additional food plan nowadays, that more than 100 or 200 kilogram per day, that for the additional food plan for them. And then support from all stakeholder that we need.
That's a very good point. Any trees planted today, they'll become mature in 4 to 5 years. They will provide, and hopefully we'll have additional residents at the SRS at that time, both mature and babies, and so they will need some more food, and we'll be able to harvest these areas to provide that extra browse. So very good point. Enav, anything else before we let you go here?
Yes, for all the people that support this activity, I would like to say thank you so much. And then your support is very important for the habitat in Way Kambas National Park, and then for the rhino habitat, and then protect the Sumatran rhino from the extinction. Your help, your support, this is so very important for the life. Thank you so much, and thank you, Chris.
Couldn't say it better myself. Thank you. Couldn't have said it better myself. Please extend our thanks to the Way Kambas National Park staff, all the local farmers and workers that are involved in that, and especially to our on-the-ground partner, Yavi, as well. All that you do make this possible. And here's the chance for you to get involved and really make it possible as well. As Enav mentioned, that's the second site sitting behind me. I love floating over it here in this talk. During the month of June, every $1 donated plants a tree, and that includes the trees that were wiped out in the fire in November 2019, as well as in this second site. We'll say thank you. IRF will say thank you to you with their certificate, and you can show that off proudly to show how many trees that you planted. With every $1,000 donated, IRF and its partners will replant an entire acre in these 2 sites, and will recognize you with a name on a sign on the location. Gather your friends and family into a giving circle, raise that $1,000. We'll put you on a sign and plant it along with your plants, and call that the acre that you restored in the Way Kambas rainforest. Your donations will also be matched, so you can plant twice as much right now. You can donate today at rhinos.org/reforestation. Let's get planting, Team Rhino. We'll talk to you later.